stage and say, hey, I know this your platform. But if it's okay with you, you don't mind if I set the correct vibratory frequency. And God behind me, he's like, yeah, God, do what you do. He watched a lot of the information in the university. So, for those of you who don't know me, what I always do before I give any messages, because I channel energy, I really don't like to use other mediums other than the ancestors, because we are gods and goddesses. So all answers that we are seeking for lie within ourselves. But sound healing is the big thing. So we're actually doing a 7-week chakra cleanse on my website right now, and we actually on the brow chakra. So this particular sound bowl will help to stimulate the third eye. And because I don't want us to just discuss esoteric information, metaphysics, quantum physics, molecular biology, the different topics that we'll be going over this evening, without us being on the same vibratory frequency, it's imperative that we get there. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 4. So what's 3 sets of 4? Okay. We are energy. Everything around you is energy. All right. So everything is vibration. Nothing ever is still. Everything is always becoming. I like how God mentioned the Hermetic teachings when he was just running the ad, because if you go study the Hermetic teachings, it teaches you one of the main principles of polarity, rhythm, vibration, etc. Understanding your universe. So you have north, east, south, west. We were told that these are just actual directions on the planet, when in actuality, these are interdimensional realms within this realm of Atlantis that we live on, which we have been told to believe is America, right? Or the world, when you think of a world map. So we always want to send energy in a correct frequency to north, east, south, west, and the beings that exist in those certain parts of the realm. We also like to send a vibration to the elements: water, fire, earth, air, because each phalange, each finger aligns with a particular element. These are things they don't teach us in school, because being carbonated beings, non-ether beings, we are connected to everything around us. So before we roll into any download, I always have to send the energy to those elements, because the elements have as much life as you and I. And then the last set, I always go to the 4 phases of matter. All right, matter makes up what you consider your physical reality, and the slowest form of matter is what we call solids, which is how you and I appear. So you have solids, and then the next vibration that's a little faster than the solids will be liquids, and the next vibration that's a little faster than the liquids will be gas, which is the spirit realms, and the next vibration that's a little faster than the gas realm will be plasma energy realms, and on and on. So plasma energy is the highest form of energy in this physical state of matter. So we always send a vibration to those 3. So that's what we're gonna do right now. All right. So we'll start first with north. East. West. South. All right. Now for the directions. All right. Now for actually not the directions. We did north, east, south, and west. So now for the elements. Starting with the most powerful element that was created first, which would be water. Fire. Air. And last but not least, wind. Solids. Liquids. Gas. And plasma energy. Ashe. That's that third eye. That's that sound bowl. Sound healing is a real thing. Let me see that light back. Sound healing is a real thing. God, I appreciate you clearing the room for a second so that we can all get on the right vibratory frequency. Sound healing is a big thing that needs to be discussed more within the community. Definitely when we're talking about metaphysics. How you feeling, though, God? Talk to me.
Indeed, man. Listen, I'm feeling absolutely great, my brother. I think the time that we are in, it has boosted my morale and my mood, despite everything we see going on around us. Internally, I feel great. And sometimes my ego say, nigga, you see what's going around? Why what you doing feeling that good, nigga? And I'm like,
Right.
nah, because I feel good. That's why I feel, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It don't matter what's going on outside. I got this inner feeling inside, and I know what that's about. The topic, my brother, I named the show tonight Serious Mysteries. I love what you talk about. I love what you present to our community. It's been so long that our community, the melanated community, could not have conversations like this because we felt like we had to focus on the white man or white supremacy. And I understand that. I totally get it. But several teachers, Dr. York, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Delbert Blair, Bobby Hammond, Dr. Phil Valentine, decided to still talk about extraterrestrials, metaphysics, the cosmos. And because of those brothers, me and you are here today to continue that legacy. And I'm thankful for those brothers who came before us. One thing what I want to say to start the show with, my brother, is that in the melanated community, I hear so much about the Sirius. And I've heard you mention things I've never heard about Sirius X. I heard about Sirius A, B, and C, but you mentioned Sirius X. Now, I used to be subscribed to Gaia because I get information from everywhere when it comes to metaphysics. And on Gaia, a lot of the other cultures, they always talk about the Palladians. So you got one culture that always talks about Palladians. Then when I come within our culture, the teachers in our cultures always talk about Sirius. So I'm like, well, damn, why they don't mention Sirius and why we don't talk about the Palladians? So we'll talk about that, but pretty much let's start out with that. Why is it that, I'm always hearing about Sirius, and when I go over there to get information, I'm always hearing about the Palladians. And you can say who is the Syrians and who is the Palladians, getting all of that, my brother.
Well, the truth be told, I mean, when it comes to the cosmic history of your so-called Black and Latino people, that has been more than hidden from us, right? There was a documentary that came out years ago called Hidden Colors. I believe they came out maybe 5 or 6 versions of it, but it's a great documentary for anybody that's on their journey to start with. I would recommend checking it out because it opened your mind up to a lot of things that's beyond what we've been taught, via social engineering. But when you're looking at Gaia, like I always said on my platform, all right, when you're looking at Gaia, all that is these oppressors, right? You can call them the deep state, the cabal, whatever the hell you want to call it, all right? But at the end of the day, these are the oppressors, and they have hidden all our valuable esoteric information from us. And then they come out with these little series like Gaia or the X-Files or these cartoons, right? Or these movies, the Star Wars, Star Trek, right? Guardians of the Galaxy, and on, documenting all of our history, right? And when you come over to what's us, your so-called Black and Latino people, we have been hit with Jesus. So it's hard for us to get past religion. And for those of us that do get past religion, the furthest we might get is going back to the Dogon, which is an African tribe that kind of spoke about the Nomos, which are beings that come out of the Sirius star system. But because we are so powerful, we can never know who we are. And it's not really knowing, it's remembering. Because you come here as a soul and a spirit. You sign a soul contract. So there's no such thing as birth, for example. We are cosmic beings. So I like to teach our cosmic history. You can never die because you was never born. If you are a 9 ether being with a carbon, what they like to call pigmentation. All right. I just spoke about this because this all ties into Pleiadians and why we don't hear about it. I just spoke about this in a lecture I did on my website called Neuromelanin maybe 2 nights ago. And I was discussing the difference between neuromelanin and melanin. See, the oppressor, he's very tricky. Remember now, who is the oppressor? Satan. But Satan has a million names. His cosmic name is Zeus. But he's hidden behind Satan in religion. He's also Jesus in religion. Because if you understand that Satan's cosmic name is Zeus, then you can understand who Jesus is in the Bible. Because who conquered?
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for